Hello all, Onigato here for Oni in the Garden. And we're just going to start over here with the, bed and the pots, I guess. Most everything is actually doing really well. The asparagus, as you can kind of see, has thrown ferns again. I'm not worried about it, being productive yet. It's going to be probably another year or two before it does anything useful. The back bed there, staying moist, so that's the good part, but really not doing a whole lot for me otherwise. Not yet. The beans here are, as you can see, doing really well, actually. They're coming in nicely, and I've got one really good sized one and one relatively small one. There we are. So hopefully get something good out of that. No clue yet. The Indian paintbrush is throwing seed pods. I've scattered several. It's actually really easy to. Let's see if I can do this with one hand here. Come on, pop the seed head off without. There we go. You can just see. Actually, smells really good when you do this. You just kind of rub it, and all those are little seed pods. I got an ant on me. So just kind of scatter them out in the yard. And if they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. I'm not too worried about it, really, because I've got the pot. Okay, over here, got... These are doing really well. A little bit of mild weeding needed, but not too bad. Should go through and thin that a little bit, but haven't gotten around to it yet. Out here, it's pretty. It's growing. Whatever. I'm not getting anything out of the turnips, so probably have dead seeds there. These particular beets were doing pretty well, and then they got thinned by my youngest, not intentionally, but he decided he was going to go dig a hole in Daddy's garden, so couldn't recover the plants, basically. So they all just toasted out. Over here, raised bed. So we're going to start over on this side. I'm still working on getting more dillo dirt and topsoil in, and eventually I'll get it over to this end of the bed. But the tomato is doing pretty well. Weather's gotten a lot cooler the last week or so. Lows have been back down into the 30s on occasion, highs in the 60s. So, whatever. In here, we actually have a volunteer pea. Actually, there are two of them, front and back right there. And if they get tall enough before I throw dirt on top of them, they survive. If they don't get tall enough, they're toast. There's another pea right here, but it's getting chewed on pretty heavily. I'm guessing the pill bugs are getting it. This onion here is doing well. These tomatoes should be tall enough so that, or at least long enough, so that when I do finally get some more dillo dirt, I want to be able to fill that section in and just pull them upright so that they survive. Over here, haven't planted anything in here yet. I'm just basically trying to get it full. I'll do a reverse angle shot here in a minute to show you what it looks like from the other side. You can see the plastic goes all the way up on that side. I really want to just get a nice 6-inch depth all the way across and then come back in and do it all again so that I end up with dirt all the way up to the edge. But until then, a lot of the squashes got buried pretty deep. Some of them are they're gonna be able to come up and through. Some of them aren't, and I don't really care, so that's fine. The pumpkin, or not the pumpkin, but the lettuces are doing quite well, and that's another pumpkin right there. As is that. There we go. I think that's actually a lettuce. No, that's too broad. Okay. Well, if it was a lettuce, it's gone now. Sadness, but oh well. Um, did move the cucumbers. Like I said I would. Spread them out a little bit. I actually ended up with 5, and I'm hoping this little guy right here survives. Don't have a lot of hope for it, but it would be nice. This one looks like it's bouncing back. You flies, scat. This one's not doing too well. Those two are. They were pretty high above the ground level, and I buried them so the leaves are basically right at ground level, which does put them at risk of predation by things like pill bugs, but I'm not too worried about it. We don't have a lot of pill bugs in there. And the pill bugs have lots and lots of dead organic matter to eat, and they prefer dead organic matter. So, yeah. Potato 1 doing okay now. I've sprayed it down with a fresher set of neem oil, and it seems to be burnt around the edges a little bit. I think the neem oil was a little too strong in its concentration, but it does seem to be doing okay. It's not shown any signs of real growth, but it's not been showing any signs of actually more predation either. And this one over here isn't showing any real signs of predation, so I think I may have nipped that particular problem in the bud. Let me show you what this looks like from the other side. So the plastic, or the liner, still lays down a little bit, but not as much as it lays down over there. So that's something at least. The yard is starting to get a little shaggy again, but it's been sprinkling today, so not really gonna mow. I hope to get some more blueberries at some point, but the blackberry definitely doing well. I've gotten this shaft, this stem right here, trained up so that it definitely stays on this side, which is good. But obviously you can see it's throwing a second one here. Gotta be careful because these leaves actually have, the leaves themselves actually have thorns. Nice and soft thorns right now, but they will sharpen up. So I can see some damage being done to the leaves, so I'm going to have to come back over here and spray this again with neem. But it's not too big of a deal to do that. Now back here, come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oh. That gate definitely needs to be worked on and replaced. Asparagus back here is doing okay. Not doing terrible, not doing great, but it's here. You kind of see the fronds are still coming up. I do need to get back here and do some more trimming again. Pulled out all that horse herb, never got around to actually mowing back here. But as for the poison ivy issue, came through, sprayed Well, I sprayed a lot. I sprayed probably half a bottle, half a gallon bottle of not actually Roundup, but the secondary brand. And you can tell it's done a number on some of the plants, like this thing right here. That's probably going to die. This one right here, probably going to die. This one right back here. So, the vine that's climbing it is probably going to die, but the one that I actually want to kill is not actually doing what I want to the vines. It's the trees that the vines are climbing on for the most part. So I need to come back through. I've gotten myself some actual Roundup, and I want to go ahead and spray everything down. Probably. Oh, I can't do it today because it's been raining off and on, and I probably can't do it tomorrow. But I'll do it as soon as I can. As soon as I get a day, basically, of just dry weather. But other than that, things are going pretty well in the front, obviously, and in the back, well, we're coming along. Got my big stimulus check. Most of it went to paying down a bunch of bills that come up about once a year, and so I haven't had a chance to finish working on this, but I've got my financial aid coming in a couple of weeks, and so I will probably be able to use that to finish the chicken coop. Probably won't be able to get chickens until next year, though. Talk to y'all later.